Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 4 of my Franchise Hockey Manager 7 playthrough with the Ottawa Senators. It is Monday, July 1st, 1996. We're a couple days away from the draft. We are at the start of free agency. And last episode, we talked a little bit about what we were going to do with free agency this season. And obviously, our biggest need is to improve our defense. And I think ultimately what I want to do is I want to make a play for Tommy Albalin. We don't need a 32-year-old defenseman, but if he wants $1 million, though, well, I guess it's only for 2 years, and I got plenty of money, so whatever. We'll give him 1.1. We need to do something about our defense, and we were able to make a little bit of a change last year when we picked up Zarley Zalapski at the trade deadline. And he's our only defenseman that's over 2 stars right now. So if we can pair up Albalin and Zalapski, that at least gives us one pairing of defensemen that are over 2 stars. And maybe Gerald Diduck. Yeah, he doesn't want much. We can give Gerald Diduck a couple of years. We'll give him 2 years at 200. All right. So we'll offer a couple of defensemen, Gerald Diduck, Tommy Albalin. And I think that's going to do it from a free agency point of view. Not a lot of great free agents left. I mean, there are some other players, but nobody that, even the players we signed aren't going to make or break us, but they're going to make us better. So we're going to go ahead and continue ahead to the first-year player draft. Oh, that's right. There are RFAs. Oh. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Bunch of defensemen on there. Philippe Boucher, Saku Koivu, Sylvain Lefebvre, Dan McGillis. Okay. Now I see how this is working. If we offer... Let's offer him 3 years at 500. 500, 800. Yeah, see, I don't want to give up a first and a third for Philippe Boucher. So, and that's the problem with, right? That's the problem with RFAs is they cost so much. So let's see if it's any different with Craig Rivet. Let's offer him 300 as well. Yeah, I'm not giving up a first and a third for any of these players, so it's just not going to happen. I'd love to bring in a Mariusz Czerkowski. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big Bruins fan at this point. Yaroslav Modry. Yeah, it's a lot of good players, but nobody that I want to give up a first and a third for. So we will let that go. So let's go to the draft lottery. We're going to end up picking 7th, I think. I don't think it's going to change at this point. Yeah, because there is no lottery. It's just if you finish with the worst record, you get the first pick. So we're going to be picking 7th. And Corey Stillman to the Red Wings for a second and Lubos Rob. So the Red Wings get even better. New Jersey picks up Tony Amonte for Brendan Morrison and a first. That's a big deal. Smolinski stays in New Jersey. All right, let's go to the draft. Oh, dear. That's terrible. All right. Not a good draft. Let's pick until human. Chris Phillips, I guess, because we need a defenseman. JP Dumont. I sold him a TV once. How's that for random facts for you? Oh, man. Danny Briere went to the Panthers. He would have been not bad. Thomas Caberlet is somebody I wouldn't have minded. Mark Street. Yeah, I guess we're going to take Chris Phillips. Because we need defenseman help. Let's go to the next pick. Oh, this is so bad. Michael Roosevelt. Derek Morris. He played for a long time. Look at that. Played from 97, 98 to 2013. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a Marco Sturm. No, we're going to take Derek Morris. Because, what are we doing? Oh, pick until human. Okay, so all those players are gone. Of course they are. Colin White, he's already a 14 on defense. Sure, Colin White. All right, let's pick until human. All right, so it's the 4th round. Ugh. Well, this was a disappointing draft. We still have 5 picks left to go, too. Man, that draft sucked. Let's do this. Does anybody want all of our draft picks? Let's give somebody our 4th, our 5th, our 7th, our 8th, and our 9th for, I don't know, let's pick a team at random. Let's pick Pittsburgh. And we want Pittsburgh's 2nd round pick next year. No, you don't want that. How about your 3rd? Will that work? Sure. Great. Wonderful. Because I don't want any of these players. So maybe we can pick up a 3rd next season and we'll be able to find somebody. Maybe. I don't know. So now we got to go to unsigned. Info. So we'll sign Koivisto. And it's Benoit Gratton. It's not even Chris Gratton. Ugh. And we'll let Phillips continue to develop. So we're going to have another bad season. It's a bit of a shame, but that's okay. At least bad season defensively, I should say. All right, let's move on. Okay, so were we able to sign the players that would go? So we signed Tommy Aberlin. We signed Gerald Didick. Okay, so we picked up 3 defensemen. So we need 2 numbers. Koivisto wants 6. Oops, Tommy Aberlin is unhappy. Sorry, Tommy, we'll give you 16. Development report. Zalapsky got worse, but he's still 2.5 stars. Anybody any good that we want to pick up? Aaron Miller, I believe, he's an RFA, so I'm not interested in any RFAs. Okay, so let's delete those messages and let's get to the Hall of Fame inductions. So let's see who gets inducted. Doug Wilson, Blackhawks and Sharks in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Bobby Smith. Bobby Smith didn't... Okay. North Stars, Canadians, and the North Stars again. Pretty good season. Couple pretty good seasons there early on in his career. Don't know that he's necessarily Hall of Fame worthy, but Andy Bathgate played for the Rangers, didn't he? Or not the Rangers, the Red Wings. Yeah, again, see, this is why I mentioned this in the last episode. This 1966-1967 season, I had Stratomatic hockey when I was a kid, and Andy Bathgate played for the Red Wings. So that's where I remember him even though he only played with them for 2 seasons. And last but not least, Billy Smith, goaltender for the Islanders. Cool. All right, let's keep going. All right, we have to set our captains. Let's look at the mental ratings. Leaders. So Shane Doan is going to be an alternate, and Daniel Alfredson is going to be the other ultimate. So Yashin, Alfredson, and Doan are our captains this season. We only have 20 players on the roster, so we got the Worcester Ice Cats now. That's cool. So how many? Let me look at the. So how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have plenty of defensemen on the roster. We do need to call up some forwards. So let's go back to. Come on, click the right button. Let's go back to Worcester. We'll call up Valeri Bure. We will call up Sergei Brelin. And Steve Ruchin. And then we'll let the rest of these guys develop down in Worcester. All right, so dress players and create lines. And we will sim ahead to the waiver protection list. We have to assign numbers for Bure. Bure can't have 9, so he will have 90. And Brelin wants 20. He can't have 20. He can have 30. Cool. Let's get up to the protection list. I think offensively we're going to be really good this year. But defensively we're still going to... Ooh, Dackel's out for the year. That's a rough one. So let's make sure we get Holmstrom in there first so that we don't have to put him on every line. Injury list and protection list. So it's the second year in a row that Dackel has gone down with an injury. All right, so I think we are at October 2nd. Select the players we want to protect, Chechmanek and Habibulin. And then forwards, Madden, Alfredson, Holmstrom, Havlid, Dackel, Zalapsky, Jumpf, Albelin, Van Imp, Ruchin. It looks like we're going to be able to protect them all. Not that I necessarily need them all, but I'm not going to protect this guy. I may as well. I mean, I don't think I can protect Rollison. Yeah. All right, so there's our protection list. All right, so nobody there for us, obviously. Jocelyn Tebow traded for Norm McIver. Waiver draft. Let's go to human. Is there anybody here we want to pick up? Sean Hill, probably. Jason York. Bookaboom's older, I guess. Jason York, 13, 14, 13, 14. Yep, Jason York. Cool. All right, so let's finish the draft. Excuse me. And move on. All right, so we need to assign Jason York a number. He wants 3. He can't have it. He can have 2. Cool. All right, so we have to set our rosters. So we've got 23 people on the I would say big league on the main roster, I guess. It looks like all defensemen, so we are going to have to call up some forwards here. Visto can go down to Worcester. Starting Albelin. Okay. And Traverse can go down to Worcester. We need to call up some forwards. We'll call up Sushinsky and Sergei Berezin. All right, so let's go back to our team. Dress Albelin. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forwards and York. And then Berezin and Shusinski will be our backup forwards. St. Louis is going to go on that first line. I think I'm okay with the way the lines are set up, unless I want to move Doan up and move Holmstrom down. Holmstrom's getting better offensively. I think we'll stick with the way we have it. Let's look at Shane Doan really quickly. Actually, Doan's probably the better player, so let's move Doan. Actually, let's do this. Let's do Dimitra, Holmstrom, and Doan. Excuse me. And then we'll do Madden, Jump, and Daig. So maybe Daig can be... We'll let him be a counter-attacking forward with a couple of good defensive forwards. I think will work out nicely. Two-way forward for Ruchin. And Breland will be an up-and-down winger. Okay, so Zalapsky and Albelin are our top pair defensemen. Soleil and York. Okay. Power play. We need to get St. Louis out there. I think he's going to go there. Excuse me. Yashin, Alfredson. I want Doan on the top power play unit. Holmstrom, Dimitra, and Bure. I'm good with that. And York, I guess. Yeah. Gotta make changes. Doan. I don't want Daig out there. That does nothing for me. Holmstrom and Shane. I don't want Shane Doan as a grinder, do I? No, aggressive forechecker. But I think we do this instead. Like that. Alfredson, Yashin, Doan. Yeah, that's what we do. Penalty kill. That looks fine. Offensively, Madden, Alfredson, Yashin, Doan, Ruchin, Holmstrom. That looks fine. Soleil and Didick on the top line. Zalapsky and Soleil's already out there. And Albelin on that second pairing. And then York and Johansson on the third pairing. Soleil and Didick, Albelin, and Zalapsky. I don't want Daig out there. 4-on-4, St. Louis and Doan. Let's do that. Soleil and Didick. I don't like that it keeps sticking Daig out there. And we'll run with that. And then goalie starts. We'll start the backup a little more frequently. And I think we are set to go for year number 3. We've got some solid offensive performers. St. Louis, Yashin, Dimitra, Madden, Daig, Alfredson, Holmstrom. Really solid goaltending, but our defense needs to hold up. And right now we've got 2.5 star, a couple of 2-star, and a 1.5 star. So let's just see how it goes. All right, so right off the bat, we get an injury to John Madden. So let's replace him with Sushinsky. And let's just go to the lines real quick and make sure that we don't have him in the middle. Breland can play center, right? Yeah, okay. So we beat Pittsburgh 3-0. Okay. Next month. 1, 2, and 4. Ruslan Saleh is now hurt. But we get Madden back, so replace with Madden. Let's get him in the lines, get him in the right place. And defensively, we lost Saleh, so we'll put Ludeman in there. And let's keep going. Not a great start as we start out 3-7. Now Dimitra's hurt. How long is he out for? 2 to 3 weeks. All right, we'll stick Berezin back in there. Go to our lines, and we'll just move everybody up one. Let's get to next month. So we come out of November, I guess November 4th, at 3-8-1. Not a great start, but we're getting better here. Kyle McLaren will be up next season. Yash and St. Louis, Ruchin, Madden, Dackel, and Alfredson all got better. So we're in last place. We have the worst record in the NHL, which is a little surprising. Offensively, Yashin, 10 goals, 5 assists in 12 games. Doan's having a nice sophomore season, 11 points in 12 games. Alfredson at 9. St. Louis has 7. Bure continues to struggle. Only 2 points in 12 games. And goaltending. Hobby Boulin's playing well. Chechmanek is struggling. So let's go back here to goalie starts and let's drop this down. Let's stick with Hobby Boulin. Let's go to December 1st. For 13-1. All right, so Holmstrom is hurt, but we get Dimitra back. Ludeman, let's get Saleh back in there. Let's come back into the lines here because we want Madden there, Ruchin there. We'll stick Daig there for now. Let's move Bure up one. Let's play till next month. All right, so we go into December 7-14-2. More development. Chris Phillips got better. So we'll have Phillips and McLaren up next year, which hopefully will help. Berezin, Hobby Boulin, St. Louis continues to get better. Kyle McLaren continues to get better. Zalapsky got worse. Again, you got some RFAs out there. Anson Carter. Sold him a TV as well. I used to work at Circuit City back in my my high school and college days. Well, I guess my college days, and I worked at a store back in Boston that was close to where the Bruins lived. So back when Anson Carter played for the Bruins in the late '90s, I sold him and Jason Allison and Byron Defoe some stuff and did some installs at their house. It's one of those stories that only I think is impressive, but. They paid me with Bruins tickets, so I went to a lot of Bruins games during the 98-99 seasons. So, and anyway, I know that nobody cares about that, but I think it's neat. So, at any rate, standings, we are still in last place, 7-14-2. Yashin is 8th in goal scoring, Hobby Boulin 4th in save percentage. Doan, 19 points. He's having a good second season. Alfredson racking up the assists, but only 1 goal in 23 games. Madden is a +4. Daig is actually a +5. What could we get for Alexander Daig? Anything of note? Let's take a look. 28-year-old Tom Fitzgerald, Bobby Dallas in a 7th. Rob Zaumner, 19-year-old Dan Heinote, Yaroslav Linka, Nolan Baumgartner in a 7th, Chris Joseph, Andrew Brunette, Claude Lemieux, Steve Thomas, Cliff Ronning, Donald Audette, Igor Korolev, Frederick Modine, 20-year-old Kim Johnson, Darren Turcotte, Alexander Prokopiev, and a 7th, Glenn Murray. I want to compare him to Alexander Daig. So Daig is better offensively. Daig is just better across the board. Defensively, Glenn Murray is a little bit better. Physically, Daig is better. Okay, so we stick with Alexander Daig. All right, let's play till January, and I will be right back. Okay, so Holmstrom's back. Pavel Demitra is suspended for 4 games. So let's stick Holmstrom in there. Let's go to the lines and make sure we have a center playing center. Daig, I think, can play center, right? Yeah. So Holmstrom and Daig. And let's keep going. Sergei Brylin is now hurt. It's okay. I think we can go to our next game. Right. So we have a game today against Phoenix. I was hoping Demitra would be back, but he's not. So let's stick Shusinski in there. Readdress the line. Actually, Shusinski's on the 4th line. That's fine. So let's keep going. Let's stop, because I think we can now bring back Demitra, which we can. What am I doing? Demitra. Get Daig out there, back there on the 3rd line. Valeri Bure can't play center. Ruchin can play center. So we run with that. Let's go to January 1st. People keep getting hurt. Johansson gets hurt. Ludeman comes in. Oh, he got suspended. We are 9-21-2. So it looks like we're taking a step backwards this year, which is a little surprising. Although we win 2 in a row there, so that's nice. We go into January at 11-22-2. PJ Axelson traded to the Maple Leafs. Poll release. Once again, Alex Daig, the most overrated player in the NHL, 4 years in a row. Development report. Brylin, Bure, Doan, Madden, Soleil, Havlid. Havlid will be up next year too. So next year, our defense, our young defense is going to start to come around, I think. So that'll be nice. Standings, 11-20-2. I am recording and my audio is working. Yes. So we're in last place. We have the 3rd or 4th worst record in the NHL. That's fine. Let's look at stats. Yashin, 33 points in 35 games. Alfredson, 26. Doan, 24 in 35. St. Louis, 21. He's a -15, though. Zalapsky, 17 assists. No goals is a +2. Valeri Bure is starting to pick it up a little bit. He's got 5 goals now. Daig has got 15. Madden is down to a -5. He was a +5 at the end of last month. Yeah, so not a lot of good. Goalie stats. Hobby Bullen having a nice year, 916 goals against, 295. Goals against, 916 save percentage, rather. Chechmanek, 900 and 345. Let's get up to February 1st. Okay, so we get Dackel back. That's nice. Put him on the active roster, and we need to... Breland's out for 1 to 2 months, so we can just stick him on the injury list. And we need to get Dackel in there for whom? Berezin. Let's go in and set up the lines. So do we want Dackel on the 4th line, or do we want him on the 3rd? Dackel up. We'll do Jomp, Ruchin, Bure, Dackel, Madden, Daig, Holmstrom, Dimitra. I like our offensive. I like our line combos. I think they're pretty solid. Obviously, we need to do everything we can to focus on the defense, but I like our line pairing. Shane Doan's up to 2.5 star, 3.5 star. St. Louis up to 3 star, 5 star. Cool. All right, let's keep going. Another injury. This time John Madden. He's day-to-day with groin tightness. Aren't we all? Sergei Berezin. He will come in, and he won't play the second line or third line center. We'll move him down there. Excuse me. Can he even play center? No, but I think Jomp can. Yeah. So we do that. Let's go to February 1st. Now, Berezin is hurt, but that's fine because we get Madden back. Perfect timing. And we're going to have to, here in a second, in fact, we'll do it right now. We're going to need to take a look at our upcoming free agents because we're going to have some, both of our goalies, Hobby Bulin, yep, so let's go ahead and give him what he wants. Chechmanek, let's go ahead and give him what he wants. I'm not even really looking. He only wants 330, he wants nothing. John Madden, yeah, these are all of our contracted players are starting to come up here for money. Yeah, their contracts are up, which is fine. But since we have $22 million or whatever it is, we have plenty of money to just give these guys what they want and move forward. We're just going to sign everybody, again, that's over 1 star. Not a lot of difficult decisions to make, right? I mean, these are obviously our best players, so we need to just do everything we can to keep them together. Nicholas Havlet, his contract's up, and he hasn't even played a game in the NHL for us yet, so that will change next season. Frantisek Caberlet, we need him next season as well. These guys are asking for peanuts, $180,000 a year or whatever. Soleil, his contract is up. Sushinsky, he's only 22, so we'll renew his contract as well. Matthias Tiemander, we'll renew his contract. Ludeman, yes. Basically anybody over 1 star. If you're 1 star or under, Radek Hammer, I'll bring him back just because of the name. So that's everyone. That's fine. Okay, let's get to February 1st. More injuries. Who's hurt now? Yashin. Ooh, that's not good. He's only out day-to-day, though, so we'll put Sushinsky in, and then we will call up Dimitra, Madden, Ruchin. Nope. Like that. All right, let's get to February 1st. We may take a look at the trade block again. Another injury. Now St. Louis is out. Ugh. Okay. So we're going to have to put someone on the injured list, even though they're not really that injured. Magnus Arvidsson, I guess. I mean, he's literally the only option. We have like 12 defensemen in Worcester, but no forwards. All right, so Arvidsson goes in for St. Louis. Not Alfredson, Arvidsson. Arvidsson. All right, so we need to make some changes. Oh, he's a 5 screener. That's good. That's just good. All right, let's get to February 1st, hopefully with no more injuries. I don't care. He can have 36. All right, so it's February 1st. We are 17, 27, and 4. Yashin needs to be held out still. St. Louis can come back in. Development report. Alfredson. All the players we want to get better are getting better. Alfredson, Daig, Doan, Holmstrom, Soleil, St. Louis, McLaren, Rolison. Zalapsky got worse. That's fine. All right, let's go back here. Let's replace Arvidsson with St. Louis. Go back into the lines. Move everybody down a line. And let's see where we stand. So we're in last place, 5 points behind Ottawa. Worst record in the East. We have the third worst record in the NHL. This year's been a bit of a step backwards, if I have to be honest. I anticipated we'd be better just because our offense was getting better. That doesn't appear to be the case. Yashin, 41 points in 45 games. Alfredson, 32. Doan, 32. St. Louis, 24. Yeah, our offense has definitely taken a step backwards this year. The upside is our goaltending has gotten better. So I think we're kind of getting out of that mid-90s where everybody scored 100 points, and we're getting into the kind of the boring years where you didn't see a lot of scoring, which could actually help us. Lower scoring games, I think, could actually help us. So Zarli Zalapsky is actually having a pretty good year. He's a +8. 65 game rating. All right, let's look at... Actually, let's save it real quick. Let's go to... Where do we want to go? League home. Roster. Trading block. Are there any young players we want to bring in? No. Craig Conroy, but he's not very good. And then everybody else is bad. Jeff Brown. I mean, Jeff Brown's not bad, but I don't... At this point, I don't want to bring in... Unless they want to give him to me for, like, nothing. Do you want to give him to me for, like, nothing? I mean, I'll give you, like, all these draft picks because there won't be any good picks in these rounds. I mean, does that interest you? Let's just see, I guess. Yeah, they're not interested. That's fine. So let's go up to, what's the trade deadline? March 14th. So let's get up to March. Ludeman's hurt. Yashin's back, which is good. So let's get Alexei back in there. Get the line set. Let's get blah, 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 blah. Let's get Yashin back in there. Ludeman's hurt. We will replace him with Johansson. Oops. Marco Ludeman replace with Johansson. And we keep moving. Berezin is back. We'll just send him to Worcester. Gotta place him on waivers. That's fine. I don't think he's going to get claimed. He's a one-star player. I mean, I guess I could be wrong, but Yashin's hurt again. God damn it. Come on, Alexei, stop it. Sushinsky. Let's go to next month. And our offense is just really, really bad without Alexei Yashin in there. Roster. Yashin's not back yet, but we are going to put Breland in for Sushinsky. Check the lines out. Where do we have Breland? He's on the fourth line. Yeah, I guess. Can he play center? He can. So we'll stick him on the third line in place of Ruchin. And I'm going to go a week at a time. Too many active players. Okay, Arvidsson can go down to Worcester. Place him on waivers as well. Fine. Next week. Bure's out, but Yashin's back. All right, so I guess we're going to do that. Sure. 1932 and 5. All right, more injuries. Daig is out now. Place him with Sushinsky. Let's play till March 1st, and we tie the Islanders. So it's March 1st. We are 22, 34, and 6, or I guess 22, 31, 6, and 3, technically. Still in last place, still with the third worst record in the NHL. Mario Lemieux, 88 points in 61 games, leads the NHL in scoring. Brett Hull, Luc Robitaille, Pierre Turgeon, Gretzky, Ziggy Palffy, who I've always loved, Joe Nieuwendyk, Mark Recchi, Peter Bondra, Brian Leach. Round out your top 10. Chris Osgood, Chris Terreri, Wendell Young, Tom Barrasso, Marc Denis, Jean-Marc Pelletier, Kiprusoff, Billington, Tommy Salo, and Maxim Sokolov are your top 10 in goals against. Sokolov leads in save percentage. Cool. Yashin at 45 points. Doan at 40. I like what we're getting out of Shane Doan. Happy with that draft pick. Alfredson, 38 points. He's struggling. St. Louis struggling. But again, I think there was a significant drop in offense in this season. My guess is our goaltender stats look pretty good. Yeah, Javi Bulin, 262 goals against and a 924 save percentage. He's been really, really good. Chechmanik's got a 314, but he's got a 913 save percentage. So let's get up to the trade deadline. We'll take a look at the trade block, see if there's anybody in their 20s. Really, if there's anybody in their 20s, I will potentially make an offer if they're better than what we have. It doesn't look like any deals have been made. So I always like to save before I go to the NHL homepage because the game tends to crash. So go there, roster, trade block. Yeah, there's nobody there. Okay. Well, let's go to our roster and let's offer up Daig one more time. See if we get any offers that are different than the offers we got before. Oh, Jovanovski. I think that's our deal. Let's see if there's anything else interesting here, but I think picking up Ed Jovanovski is the right move. Marek Malik. He was pretty good if I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm just remembering the name. None of these players are standouts for me. I think we go here and we take this deal right here. We pick up Ed Jovanovski for Alexander Daig. Absolutely. 100% every single time. All right, so we need to bench a defenseman. We'll bench him. We'll bench Didick because Johansson has upside. So that works. So Jovanovski and Saleh, I think, are going to be our top pairing next year. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. So we got to get Bury back in there for Sushinsky. So that's our first. I mean, Zalapsky is what he is. I mean, he's down to 2-star now. So when this contract is up, we'll probably let him go. But that was our first real trade for, somebody who's going to help us long term. And we give up the most overrated player in the NHL 4 years running. So that works for me, Ed Jovanovski. So let's go to April 1st. And Jovanovski immediately gets hurt. Of course he does. Because why not? Didick. Let's go to April 1st. Javi Bulin's up to 5th in the NHL in save percentage. Development report. Bure, Dimitra. Phillips continues to get better. So we're going to have a pretty solid defensive team next year. We're going to have Phillips and McLaren and Saleh and Jovanovski. It's going to be young. It's going to be really, really young, but I think it's time to just start running with these young guys and just, we'll take our beating and just, whatever happens. McLaren got better. He's up to 1-star, but up to a 15 defensively. So yeah, he'll be up next season as well. It's April 1st. We are still in last place. 5 points behind Hartford with the third worst record in the NHL. But things are looking up. Goaltending has been fantastic this year. Our defensemen are coming along. So let's get to the end of the year. Shane Doan is injured. We are 30, 40, and 9. So Doan's going to come out. We're going to just replace him with Shusinski. We'll leave Shusinski on the top line because he's out for 1 to 2 months, so it doesn't really matter. Let's get to the award nominees. Another injured player. Albalin is hurt. Replaced with Jovo. I think that was his nickname. Wasn't that his nickname? Didn't people call him Jovo, or am I just making stuff up? All right, so we make it to the playoffs. Award nominees: Jack Adams, Ken Hitchcock, Terry Crisp, Burke Dudley, Messier Award, Chelios, Doug Gilmore, Scott Stevens, Lady Bing, Leach, Lidstrom, Eliash, Selke, Gilmore, McGinnis, Brindamore, GM of the Year, Maloney, Doug Riseborough, Mike Smith, Calder Trophy, Daze, Nabokov, and Jeff Friesen. Norris Trophy, McInnes, Murphy, Lidstrom, Vezina, Osgood, Richter, Brodeur, Hart, Leach, Fedorov, and Lemieux. So let's see how everything finished up here. So we finished in last place, 2 points behind Ottawa, or 2 points behind Hartford, with the 1, 2, 3, either. We're going to be somewhere between 3 and 7 because there were 4 teams that ended with 30 wins, or with 71 points. I think we're going to end up 4th because I think I want to assume it's wins. So you got 1, 2 teams who finished with more wins than us. So I have a feeling we're going to finish either 4th or 5th. 31, 38, 9, I think is actually our best season. We finished with the same number of points as we had last year. Okay. All right. So no real improvement this season, at least from a record perspective. I think there's improvement on the ice. Not a lot of points scored this year, but I think we're going to start to see that here going forward. Yashin led the way, 63 points in 73 games, a 73 game rating, which is nice to see. Doan finished with a 65 game rating. He's coming along really nicely, offensively, defensively, physically. He's going to be a bright spot for us. He's only 20. Alfredson had 50 points in 82 games, 39 assists. That's nice to see. St. Louis finished with 46 points. I mean, I'm fine, totally fine with these game ratings. So even though the point score, the ratings aren't what they are, I am totally fine with a 65 or up game rating, especially from our young players. So Madden, Holmstrom, St. Louis, Alfredson, Doan, Yashin, I'm totally fine with all of those ratings. Even go down to Dackel, who was a 62, which isn't great. But really 65 and up, I'm happy with for a young guy. We look at goalie stats, just a really, really good year for Hobby Bulin. 256 goals against and a 924 save percentage. Really, really good for the 24-year-old Hobby Bulin. Chechmanek has settled into that backup role. Not quite as good, but that's what you expect out of your backup. 302 goals against and a 913. So let's go to the end of the Stanley Cup Finals. We'll review. We'll sim up to the end of the season, and we'll call it Season 4. Okay, development report. Breland, Holmstrom, Madden, St. Louis got better. And then a lot of our defensemen that we're not going to keep for a long time are getting worse, but that's fine. Hall of Fame nominees. Nominate player. Ken Hodge, Ken Linsman, Tom Lysiak, John Ogrodnik, Pierre LaRouche, Pete Mahovich, Wilf Piment, Bob Murray, Gary Younger, Pete McNabb. We're going to go with Ken Hodge because, again, I'm a Bruins fan. And a Stanley Cup Finals. So is Detroit going to go back-to-back? All right, now Montreal is up 2-1. Hall of Fame voting. I'm going to vote for Cashman, Hodge, Butch Goring, and Eddie Johnston. Yeah, I know I'm a homer. Deal with it. All of our players are healthy. End of the Stanley Cup Finals. Did Montreal? We don't know yet. They renewed our contract. That's wonderful. All right. So who won? Oh, we got to re-sign all of our... Okay. All of our scouts. So every 3 years, I got to do this nonsense. Every 3 years... in back-to-back seasons, I have to do this because it happened last year too, which is fine. Whatever. Only takes a minute. But I wish there was a way, like there is with out of the park baseball, where you can just renew everybody. Just, I want to re-sign everybody to a new contract. And we don't have to negotiate dollar amounts with our scouts and stuff. Because to me, that seems micromanagey. But I do it because I can't sim ahead without it. So I will keep doing it. John Ferguson, sure. We're just going to sign everybody. Hall of Fame runoff. Who won the Stanley Cup? Red Wings. They won again. So let's save. Let's look at the Stanley Cup Finals. So Pittsburgh beat Tampa. The Rangers beat Philadelphia. The Islanders swept Buffalo. Montreal swept New Jersey out west. Red Wings beat Toronto. Calgary beat the Canucks. Love that logo. Dallas beat the Coyotes. And the Blackhawks beat the Blues. And the Canadiens swept Pittsburgh. The Islanders in there, they got their Gorton Fisherman logo, which is still, I love this logo. Other people hate it. It's one of my favorite logos. The fish stick logo beat the Rangers 4-2. The Red Wings beat the Dallas Stars. Blackhawks beat Calgary. The Islanders took Montreal to 7. Chicago lost in 5, and then Detroit won in 7 games. So 55-19-8 for the Red Wings. They win their second in a row or third in a row. And, they've won 3 in a row, right? Yeah, Detroit. 3 championships in a row, a three-peat. Our first season, it was the Quebec Nordiques, who are now the Colorado Avalanche. Cool. All right, so award ceremony. Mario Lemieux won the Ted Lindsay. Lemieux won the Art Ross. Brett Hull won the Rocket Richard. Brian Leach won the Lady Bing. Trevor Linden, the Masterson. Mark Messier went to Chris Chelios. And the Jennings went to Osgood. The Hart Trophy went to Mario Lemieux, 113 points in 82 games. Conn Smythe to Sergei Fedorov of Detroit. Calder Trophy went to Jeff Friesen of Buffalo. Norris Trophy to Nicholas Lidstrom. Selke to Doug Gilmour. Vezina to Chris Osgood. GM of the Year, Don Maloney of the Islanders. And Terry Crisp of the Islanders won the Best Coach Award. So let's go up to the last day. I have an unanswered email. Can't do anything with it. It's not letting me, so let's just continue. All right, so Manager of the Year, no, we didn't reach playoffs. We didn't have a winning season. We didn't finish 600. We didn't finish first. We didn't reach the finals. We didn't win the championship. We had a losing season. We didn't miss. Yeah, we're going to think we're going to get no points. Oh, we got 3 points. Okay, so anything interesting going on here? Not really. A lot of people getting fired. All right, so let's go one day. Let's see what we're looking at with free agency. Let's see if there are any interesting unrestricted free agents that we can bring in at the beginning of the 1997-98 hockey season. Historical, it's Mike Gartner retired. How'd he do in our playthrough? So, not really well. 26-17. That's 43 goals in his last 4 seasons. Not good. The board is, I guess, still happy with us. Let's look at the free agent center. Did I not sign Sergei Brylin? I didn't re-sign Sergei Brylin. My bad. Yeah, there's nothing there. Let's look at restricted. Is there anybody restricted? Not that's any good. All right, so it doesn't look like we're going to be making any moves from a free agency perspective. So let's just move up to the draft. Let's move up to the draft and see where we're going to be picking, and then I'll call it an episode. All right, so draft lottery. So we're going to be picking, looks like 5th. Yep. All right. And let's take a look now at the free agents again, as a lot of players just had their contracts dissolved. Still nothing there. Okay, so let's just look at the draft really quickly. I'm not going to do anything, but we'll back out. So we have the 5th pick. So Luongo, Hossa, Thornton, Markov, Sean Horkoff, Olli Jokinen, Patty Marleau, Sergei Samsonov. So not a lot of defensemen, but it's a better draft this year for sure. looks like we may be picking up a forward again with our first pick. Hossa Thornton. I would like to pick up Andrei Markov if he's available, but I would settle for Patty Marleau or Olli Jokinen or anybody else. I love Sergei Samsonov. So that is the upcoming draft, and we'll do that when we kick off the next episode. So as always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.